Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. There by the kick team. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. But I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem to it.
Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Kaepernick. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Neville Gallimore able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. A broken tackle there, but not a ton to show for it. Tackled just on the other side of midfield. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Well, now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Runs over it. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. A first down throw for Prescott. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Prescott on first down. He'll get this to Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the Patriots who were able to come away with the victory. Damian Harris, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. And finally, on Monday Night Football, should be a good one there, between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Bucks. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Now Pollard. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Elliott, and he stopped immediately there. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now left side on the swing pass. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Prescott now from the 50. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Prescott yet again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Dak and the offense still out there. They're going to go for it. Fourth down, Prescott. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. On first down, it's Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The 40. 20. 10. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold it, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it will tie our game here in the 3rd. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now Pollard. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple. From the 24, Prescott. And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's gone down. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass. It's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
When he decided to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Well, now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
Kaepernick now on 1st down.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Kaepernick.
Right side, Claypool's got it.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. He gets it complete to Harris. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, it's Harris. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Steps away to his left, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Colin Kaepernick, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and a nice play on the end of it, an 18-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Now Pollard. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, there weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the Surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
We'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
I can hear the film session right now. I can hear the coach saying to his team, guys, how does a guy that big get that open?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Imagine him as a kid, just trying to play hide and seek.
No chance.
No chance. He goes to hide behind the skinny tree. You see the front, the back, the top. Good luck.
Yeah, you see him. You don't see the tree.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Prescott. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. On 1st down, Kaepernick able to hit his target, Claypool.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. On play action, it's Kaepernick. That's swung out wide to Harris. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Patrick. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. That's complete. Right around the 8. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. Again, it's Kaepernick. This is caught.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a two-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now here come the Cowboys. Last time out they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on 2nd down when they got the sack? Because on 3rd down, zero pressure, all the time in the world, and he picks up the first down with that throw.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. From the 36, Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On the option, here's Elliott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And this one quickly to Lamb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand A field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. His throw incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And they'll get him down short of 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. Seibert's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. But normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Second and 12. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. Kaepernick going to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 40-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On first down, Elliott. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. To throw is Prescott. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing, Prescott. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. They found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Kaepernick looking to throw, 3rd and 2. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in by Jarwin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Just keeping the play alive. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. They fake the give. incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by 8, 2:12 to play. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this one is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott now. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
To throw, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And that is incomplete. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. It's Damon Arnett picking it off. The 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes it for in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Here's Dak. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Now Dak. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Pittsburgh, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.